Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of the Chain Out Fantasy League podcast with me, your host now, because Jeremy has taken over that mantra as a co-host, because Jeremy is now the host. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing really well and super excited. I think if people are taking a look right now, they're going to realize we're not in our regular studio, and we've actually got a person in studio with us.
Person here with us. Yeah. Sean Galbraith from the Miss Mando podcast. How are you doing?
Very well, guys. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I'm looking forward to this.
That's awesome. You could be here. Yeah, so we should tell people that we're here. We're live. We're not live. We're recording this at Haute Goat.
Yes.
We're here for Canadian Nationals. We're here to do the latest episode of the fantasy podcast, Canadian Nationals Picks. Sean, you're not playing in the event. You're the supervisor.
I'm the volunteer coordinator for the event.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it was definitely way too much work to play and herd the cats.
Yeah.
So taking this one off and just helping out.
Yeah. So it's a great addition to our pick guest.
Well, and we did have, Miss Mando has 3 hosts. They have Galen Naidu-Harris, they've got Robbie Holden, and they've got Mr. Sean Galbraith here himself.
Yeah.
Shawnee G, as you're affectionately known.
Do you like being...
I'm fine with it, 100% fine with it. But only my co-hosts call me that.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, we'll be careful with that. We've done that with some of the pros too, where you just get into.
You've done it with some of the pros.
I've done it where I'm like Tommy G and Shanty B, and I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna want to know that.
It's not a thing.
Sophie D.
You start it and then it kind of snowballs into this extra thing
Yeah. But we had a great time today. We got into Ontario and we went out and played a couple courses. You and I played Cedar Creek in the morning, and then we met you and Robbie at Newcastle, and we had a good time putting an event together that you guys had an idea of, a doubles event.
Yeah, we thought it would be really fun to do a podcast battle. And so what we did was 9-hole match play, Miss Mando versus Chain Out at Newcastle. Course that Robbie and I know very well, and that the two of you were flying blind, and it was exciting.
You were helping us. You were giving us tips and tricks. Like it wasn't completely in the dark. We were getting some help.
Well, we gotta put a misconception, bury that for people out there too. Is sometimes people think, hey, there's these 2 podcasts in Canada. They must be constantly battling and fighting and competing with each other. Surprise!
And we are.
Oh, we are.
We are.
I thought we weren't. Oh, okay.
No, just us.
Oh, gotcha.
One-sided competition.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, that's good to know. I was going to say we're all here. We all enjoy each other's company, and we really had a great time today with it.
So much fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we should reveal or spoil anything at this point, but
you got to wait to see how this battle shapes out and who took it down at the end.
And what we'll say is you got to watch to the end because it was close all the way through.
Came down to the very last hole.
Exactly.
It did.
Yep.
Well, when we got down here as well, and we're sitting in Hoko, you might recognize this wonderful couch, maybe from, your grandma's house when you were younger, or you might recognize it from the times that we've had Daryl Bankus on the show. And he was quite gracious enough to help us get set up here and to do this episode from the Haute Goat Cafe.
Yeah.
And one of the things he did was he showed us all the amazing things that they've got at Canadian Nationals, whether it's the discs that we've got beside us. And there's a ton of discs here. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so many
amazing
discs.
Yeah.
And one of the things he mentioned to us when he was on the show was this first disc. This is an exclusive Firefly in a specific plastic, a glow plastic.
Slow proto.
That they've never made before, but they made it for us for Nationals. So it's available. Plus, they've got, looking behind me here, Mambas, Proto Glow, Halo Star, Mambas, Roadrunners, Gorgons, Hawkeyes, Toro Proto Glow, Champion, Mako 3. They got them all. It's amazing. And there's tons of them here. And not only that, I know this is my advertisement portion, but I said to Daryl, I want to just show all of this stuff out there. But there's also t-shirts. I want to hold some of these up.
Go for it.
Yeah. So t-shirts in
I love
different
this
colors.
Yeah.
Michael
Oh,
Ramanauskas has put this one together, and we've got the donut holes, the pineapple ones. I was saying to you, Daryl, what's the specific thing? Is that like, do you know, Shy G? Is that a Canadian thing, a pineapple donut hole?
I have never seen that before.
Me neither. Okay. And then there's the shirts with the Canada DG Championship symbol in it.
And then on the back, it's got all the logos of the courses, the 4 courses that are part of nationals.
Yeah.
And also, too, beyond all of that, there are some hoodies as well, right? So, oops, just take that one right off there.
Thick Canadian nationals hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice.
So that's all right. So one of those things is if you want any of these, you can either reach out to Daryl, or you can come on down to Haute Goat and pick out your size and get them yourself.
Haute Goat is the main tournament central for the event. We're going to have the opening ceremonies here tomorrow on Thursday, assuming this drops in time.
Yeah.
And the MPO and FPO final rounds will be here on Sunday.
Right.
So if you're in the area, come on down and watch it and follow a cart around. Sometimes you can get lucky. You might even be able to get to be a caddy if you wanted to as well, carry a bag.
And if you want to pick up any of these amazing tournament stamp discs, they're here at the store at the Screaming Goat Cafe. Like this stamp is so sick. This is on a Star Gorgon, a glow Gorgon, which I've never seen before.
Yeah.
One of the things that Innova really steps up and does, and it brings exclusive discs to the events here at Haute Goat. Last year, they dropped the first Glow Wombat,
Right,
which was really cool.
Yeah.
And now we've got Glow Mako 3s in the new really bright Proto Glows. Like, so good.
Yeah.
And they're going to work really well with Diskin in the Dark being here this weekend, lighting up the Ace Race course and getting a chance to play that. So it's just, I'm just so excited for this weekend. It's going to be fantastic. But one of the things,
that's not all that's been happening here, because we've also had, we were able to speak to a lot of people that we've seen on the podcast and see in the chat and things like that. They came into the Screaming Goat Cafe. They came in and said hi.
Yes.
But the reason why they were here was because Elaine King was doing a clinic here as well. She just finished doing her clinic.
Yeah.
What an amazing person to have doing a clinic here right at Haute Goat.
That's right. And you got to meet her. Was that for your first time, or have you've actually been to a lot of DGPT events in that? Have you met her before in the past, or was tonight the first time?
I met her for the first time today out at Newcastle.
Okay.
While we were waiting for you guys, she was playing a practice round. And so that was the first time I met her. We had her on the show last week, but I wasn't around to be on the show. Galen and Robbie handled that interview. It's a great interview. Check it out. So this was the first time I've actually met Elaine. And then we helped present the Elaine King clinic today. Introduced her and it was what a clinic. I mean, the opportunity to get a lesson from someone who's won 323 tournaments.
Oh my.
The third highest number of wins of any player in disc golf history.
Yeah.
Any division.
Yes.
Incredible.
Insane.
Hall of Famer. Her list of accolades is so long.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a 5-minute introduction. What a clinic. It was, I think 16, 17 people, like small group clinic.
Right.
And they covered backhand, they covered forehand, putting, mental game.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
wow.
whole thing. And then all the participants got a disc from Elaine.
Wow.
So
That's
great.
awesome.
It was amazing.
We spoke to Brooklyn O'Craft, who came in and said that she took something away. She was now able to straddle putt, something that she never had in her arsenal before, which is, kind of strange when we know how much Brooklyn can do. And
She's so good.
Yeah, how good she is, that she didn't have that, in her bag already. So now she's even more deadly by learning how to straddle putt.
Yeah. And on top of that, Elaine King, not only was she doing the clinic, she's actually going to be playing here all weekend long.
Yeah.
And she has some kind of items with her that you can pick up if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what do you think, Daryl? What do you got here?
Yeah. So if you want to support Elaine, obviously you can, support her, buy her disc if she has any disc out, but also she has these one of a kind
Brixton.
See, are
Brixton
they
cards.
Brixton?
Yeah,
cards?
they're Brixton.
Cards. Signed Brixton cards for sale. Come down to Hope Goats. Find her, whether she's on this course or whether she's out on any of the other courses. Find her. Get one of these signed cards from Brixton.
Yeah, and you know what? They're you would think they're priceless with everything that she's done in the sport, and you know this thing is you probably can't even buy it.
Yeah,
but you can.
But you can buy it,
and it doesn't cost you that much actually.
$5.
$5. Canadian bucks.
What a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what is our show all about tonight, Daryl? Now that we've kind of talked a little bit about Canadian Nationals and what we're doing here.
The episode. So we're doing the Canadian Nationals. Like I mentioned, that Sean's not playing. We are playing, so that's a little bit, but we're not playing in the MPO division, so we're not going to take that as any sort of insight or anything like that. I'm Team Shambles, so I'm fully living up to my name, is because I haven't done my picks, but I will be doing the picks live.
Yeah.
So that's great. It's the Canadian Nationals, the 9th Canadian A tier.
Our 9th show.
10th
Canadian A tier of the year that we've been doing these shows for. So Shawnee G is going to be our guest picker. And as everybody knows, this is what we like to do when we can. In this tournament, we can do it, is we can actually each pick 3 MPOs and 3 FPOs. We got 2 really big, strong fields representing. I think we've got some people coming up this year because there's a fair amount of US contingent in the field.
There's
a sampling of them. Yeah.
A nice little sampling of Americans here, and 1 Czech.
Yes.
Right.
And
yeah, of course.
Jakub Stemerod.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking is that I believe there is Throw Pink and USW DGC spots.
These are qualifiers.
Upper. Yeah. So with that being said, some of these players are going to try and get their hands on it, but hopefully it's going to be a Canadian who takes it home. So, but we'll do our picks. We're going to pick 3 MPOs each, 3 FPOs each. We do have our point structure that we have, Daryl, and normally what that works out is that if you got it memorized, do you?
I don't have it memorized, but I have a little handy screen that I can bring up.
Sure. Why don't we bring those up?
Why don't we bring it up? So, out of the 3 MPO, 3 FPOs that we will be picking, if any of your players wins the event, you'll be getting 5 points. If they make it on the podium, you'll be getting 3. And if they finish in the top 10 as a placement point, you'll be getting 1 point. For those ever so rare Eagles, you'll be getting 15 points. And those common aces are worth 10 points. Don't worry, we'll be revamping these points in season 3.
In 2026.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the point scoring system. Now, whether you know or not, I'll explain it for everybody. So you'll be making 3 MPO, 3 FPO picks, Sean. They don't need to be done in any sort of order. You can pick FPO first, you can pick FPO last, you can put them in the middle, you can mix it up. As long as you pick your 3 MPO, 3 FPO, you're good to go. We'll be doing it in a snake draft. So it'll be the loser gets to decide, the loser from last week's episode gets to decide the order of the snake draft.
And I always like to say it's third place gets to decide.
Place, if that makes it better for you. So, yes, the person gets to pick the order. So the first person will pick 1, second person will pick 2, third person gets that really
pivotal
back-to-back 3-4 pick, and then 5 and 6, 7, and as we go through. So do you want to have a look at the last week's picks just to see what happened?
Yeah, we picked for the Gold Eagle Open, and we had Terry Heiserbaum Hong on to join us as the guest pick. She was last year's FPO winner. And if we take a look, we can see how the points went.
Yeah, just give me 1 second because I was on a different screen. So if we look at the recap, you'll see that team guest Terry Heiserbaum Hong actually took down the win with 12 points.
Yeah.
Not a high scoring week. We've normally had higher scoring weeks than this, but the Gold Eagle Open we know is a tough course. They weren't doing it at Jackfish Lake. It was all at
it was all Jackfish Lake.
Yeah, they were doing the beach course. It was all at Jackfish Lake.
So there
were no Eagles this week. None of those extra bonus sweet points.
Not for any of us. Now there might have been some. I don't know. I can't remember if there were Eagles on the course, but not for.
There may have been on other divisions, but
not for our picks.
MPO, yeah. So Terry taking 12 placement points with team guest there. She takes down the win. And team J-Pow not finishing in third place.
Whoop, whoop.
Actually finishing in second with 9 points.
Well, we had Noah Higgins there with the win.
Yeah.
And Erickson getting me 3 points as well.
Yeah, exactly. He got some good points for you. And then unfortunately for me, I did not realized that two of my players didn't even play the event because they DNF. They withdrew before the event started. So Eric Weeb and Jacob Martins did not get me any points, and my other picks were not that great either. So I got 7 points, so I came in third place, which means that I get to choose the order of the snake draft this week.
And with such a big field here, have you thought about this, Daryl, of what is going to be the most important? Is it important to get the first pick, or is it that 3-4 pick that you think is what's going to really make the difference?
Exactly. That's the hard thing, because normally when we do the picks, we have, because of the FPO fields have not always been as strong as we'd like. Sometimes we're picking 4 MPO, 2 FPO, or even sometimes 5 MPO, 1 FPO. So having that slimmer field of FPO, there is definitely a strategy to whether you take that FPO early to maybe try and guarantee not necessarily guaranteeing, but you're picking a strong pick early.
Yeah.
In the Canadian Nationals, we're full of FPOs, so it's
a very deep field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And I had listened to your guys' recent episode, and when Robbie and Galen were talking, they had said easily there's 8 people in that field, in the FPO field, who could win it. I would agree too. I think that's pretty good consensus of it.
Yeah.
So
it does come down to me to make the order. But before we get to that part, we should just let you know, we don't want it right now, but you're a team guest and you have to come up with a team name.
Yes.
So I'm Team Shambles, as you probably are more than aware right now, as you can see how things are happening. We have Team J Pow over there, very original, Team J Pow, that's his name. So we don't want it right now, but just keep in mind you have to come up with a team name.
Team Galen Sucks.
That's it? You're right there? Okay.
That's
there
it.
you go.
Fantastic. Galen,
right.
Sorry about that, buddy. We don't have any control.
We're not sorry about it.
I'm going to decide that. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'm going to run by the standings and the points from Terry.
Sure, if you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, so let's add those points to what we have. And
he just wants to brag a little bit here.
So
even though he lost, he wants to brag.
Team J-Pow
overall
has 179 points.
Yes.
Team Guest has 216. But Team Shambles, even though it's Team Shambles, is still leading the way with 321 points. And if we take that win for Team Guest, Team J-Pow has 1, Team Guest has 3 wins, and Team Shamble has 4 wins.
All right.
But you see that there, Team J-Pow only has 1 win.
Yes.
It's not very many.
But if we go to the fan vote, when we put our picks out on Instagram, for some reason, the fans keep voting for you, Jeremy. You have another win this week. You're up to 4 wins now.
That's right.
Team Shambles, who's leading with points, only has 2 wins. And Team Guest Invites, you got a lot to build up here.
No pressure.
They only have 1 win. So people don't like the guest picks.
It's going to change tonight.
It will change.
So, with all that being said, now I get to pick the order.
Yes.
It's a deep field. I don't think going first is that strong of a pick. So I am going to say, Team Guest, you get to go first.
No,
Oh boy.
not Team Guest.
So, well, are you definitely sold on Team Galen Sucks?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
All right. So Team Galen Sucks goes first. I'm going to say Team J-Pow goes second.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the 3rd, 4th pick, because I think that the field is deep enough that I can actually still have some good picks, but get a double pick.
All right. Well, welcome to your first picks, Team Galen Sucks. You get to be the one to start. We're going to put up our board here.
Yeah, let me just get to the right screen so we can bring it over to picks.
There we
There
are.
we go. We should be on the right screen now. So, Team Guest with your first overall pick. Team Galen Sucks.
Team Galen Sucks. Thank you very much. My picks are going to be heavily skewed by guests who have been on the Missed Mando podcast.
Ooh.
And my first pick is someone who's been on our show, I think 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Rebecca Dawn.
Rebecca Dawn.
Great
Took
pick.
down the RIP last year, knows these courses so well, and just hit the highest player rating in FPO Canadian history.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
She's such a great player. One thing we recognize too, as we were talking about it, is she earned herself just over $10,000 US dollars this year playing some disc golf.
Innova better back up that dump truck of money to her front door.
Absolutely.
Because she has earned it.
Yes, she has. Well, it's a great first pick and way to get us started. And Team J-Pow coming in with the second pick. I'm going to pick my FPO right off the bat, and I want to stick with a Canadian FPO here. I want to take a 954 rated. That was actually before ratings date, so that rating might now be different. But from Victoria, BC, a person who's been on both of our shows, has been tearing it up down south when she's been there, tearing it up overseas when she's been there, and representing Canada. And she'll be here this weekend, of course. Sophia Donica, welcome to Team J-Pow.
Solid pick. Absolutely solid pick.
You're hit with that silence again, Jeremy. That you always like.
I do like it. A lot of times when we get the silence after one of my picks, it's usually because people are scrambling to figure out, oh, wait, that was my next pick. That was one of the ones I wanted. And they're having to readjust.
Now, of course, Sophia was on all of our lists. There was no way that that she wasn't going to make it to the second round.
Exactly.
Absolutely was going to be high on the pick list.
For sure.
For sure. Okay, so that brings it over to me.
3 and 4.
3 and 4 pick. So I'm going to go a little bit off script, I guess, mainly, because I'm going out of rhythm with you two guys. But I am picking an FPO player.
Okay.
I am picking a high-rated FPO player. I am picking a player that is now 968 rating as of September 09. This person has been playing since 2006, Jeremy.
Wow.
A lot of...
Whoever could it be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody who has played 17 FPO events this year and 1 MPO event.
Really?
Exactly. I'm going for someone who plays a lot of events, is going up in the ratings. The one, the only, from Pensacola, Florida, Paige Pierce.
And that is a very good pick. Obviously not a Canadian, but
That's where I went off script.
Last year, Paige wanted to come up, but I think was her injury, was that what was preventing her at that time?
No, last year she was she wanted to play the RIP, but her grandfather passed away.
Oh, right. So she had a family event.
Able to. However, she knew that so many people were very excited to have her here.
Yeah.
She still came up for Sunday.
Right.
Met the fans, sold some discs, signed some autographs. It was so appreciated by everybody. It was awesome. It was so great to have her here.
And now she's up to play.
She's come to play.
Yeah, and you just stated it. She's come to play.
Oh yeah.
So Sophia and Rebecca and her will be putting up quite a fight, as well as the rest of the FPOs in that field.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all picked an FPO to get us started. What are you doing with your second pick on this snake draft?
So with my second pick overall, fourth pick overall, second pick for me, I like a person who's playing a lot of events. This person has played 22 events this year.
Okay.
21 as an FPO and 1 as an MPO. Only been playing since 2021. So really kind of falls in our category, Jeremy, of a COVID disc golfer. This person is very active on social media.
Yes.
This person, if you're following Sophia Donica, you would have seen this person. If you're following Discraft, you would have seen this person. Of course, I'm going from Eugene, Oregon, Taylor Chosik.
Yes, good pick.
Getting the FPOs picked early.
Yeah, and Taylor, of course, we talked to her when she won the BC Open and had a conversation about that. So she's already won a Canadian event in the past and knows how valuable those events are. So I'm sure she wants to add a few more to her repertoire, starting with Canadian Nationals.
Exactly. Sophia, she's already been playing some courses up here with Sophia. Sophia's made her at home. She's going to give her the local lines. She's going to know how to play.
Probably what you would say, hey, Sean, an honorary Canadian, if ever there was one.
At this point, yeah, absolutely. And with the courses that they're playing, and like Haute Goat, long course.
Exactly, yep.
Lots of opportunities for eagles for someone who has a long arm like he does. So your 15 points, I think that there's some good opportunities there.
Exactly, yeah. I'm glad you agree with my pick is a good, solid pick.
Yep. All right.
My picks are not met with silence, Jeremy.
No. And that comes back to me.
It does. It brings it back to you.
So I'm going to kind of play a little back and forth here. I'm going to be the first one to take someone off the MPO side.
Okay.
And you know what? we have a champion. We have an amazing champion. We've already got Sophia on my team.
Mhm.
We've got the same person who represents Canada everywhere he goes. Amazing. From Toronto, Ontario. No, not from Toronto, Ontario, especially if you talk to Spencer Young.
Yeah, exactly. Make you sure that he's not from Toronto.
I've nicknamed him Tommy G. I don't know if he likes the nickname, but I'm going to welcome Thomas Gilbert to Team JPOW.
Team Canada right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Representing Team Canada over in Chengdu, China at the World Games.
Yeah. And when we have, so that means now on Team JPOW, the 2024 Canadian Nationals champions are both
Can they go back
on
to back?
Team JPOW. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, as we found out, even if it's piss and rain, these two can play.
Exactly.
And it looks like the forecast is good out here, but
Okay.
It's my turn.
Back to Team
Okay.
Jalen Sucks for your second pick.
and third.
I
Third, yeah.
my next pick, I'm going again, someone who has been on the show. I'm going MPO
Okay.
on my show. And this interview, my loser co-hosts were not able to attend, so I had to do the interview solo. And I came away really impressed with this young player. Someone who this year has started to make a bit of a name for himself on tour. He's the highest rated player in the tournament. From Murphy, Texas, I'm going with Jaden Rye.
Yes.
Yeah, the kid can bomb.
Yes.
Okay,
And he can interview too. He was great on the interview.
Great interview. We've had a lot of this sort of young crop of talent on our show.
Yeah.
Eliezer Midling's been on,
Mhm.
Luke Taylor's been on, Jaden Rye's been on, and all of them are so well spoken and really impressive interviews. No hint of being young and awkward. Like they are solid,
Mature head on.
very mature head, and really know the sport.
Way more than any of us would have been at that age. I'll tell you that for sure.
Disaster.
All right. Well, that's a great second pick for you. And you get to do this snake and come right back and get your third.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go FPO again.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think
If you've got an order, stick with your order.
no. We go
You
freestyle.
go- I have enough.
Team Shambles style.
Yeah,
There you
Team
go.
Shambles
I like
style.
it.
I'm going to go again, someone who has been on our show, someone who has co-hosted Mr. Mando
Okay.
a couple times.
We know who that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
The pride of Burlington, Ontario. One of the most winningest players in Ontario history. Colleen McInnes.
Yes.
Disc calls.
It's gold. Yeah.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tournaments in Ontario so far, just this year alone.
Wow.
She is dominant. She knows these courses. She can bomb, and she is fantastic.
Yeah. And I would agree with all of those, especially even at the end, that fantastic part, because having met her and talked with her, she's one of our favorites. We have so many favorites, and she's definitely high up on that list.
Yeah.
So great pick with Colleen McInnes. And my list, I'm having to do some adjustments now.
Yeah. Well, that's how it
Excellent.
works.
Glad to hear that.
So coming back to Team JPOW,
Yeah.
I think I do like this trend that everybody's kind of picked up 2 FPOs. I need to pick up my second FPO.
Okay.
And I think, there's a player who's been making a mark as a great duo team, has a great partner / caddy,
Yeah.
and they put out great content. They're probably one of the biggest content creators in Canada when it comes to disc golf for views and everything else, and doing a great job down on the DGPT. Chantel Badinsky, a.k.a. Miss Frisbees. Welcome to Team JPOW.
My condolences, Chantel, for being on Team JPOW. But yeah, what an excellent pick. Excellent pick.
All right. Well, that takes it right to you there, Team Shambles, and you get 2 picks.
It does. So I'm going to go for 2 picks, and I think I'm going to have to.
Are you sliding over to the MPO side?
I've got to, yeah. I don't got to, but I am. I'm going over to the MPO side. I'm going to a player that's raising in his ratings, gone up 4 points, up to 1,009. We like 1,000 club.
Oh,
over
yeah.
here. 16 events this year, been playing since 2017. A lot of Pro Tour experience. And that's what I look for as well when we look at these events. If people have played a lot, but played a lot on the Pro Tour, I think that lends itself well. I think there's a different style of courses down there.
Yeah.
There's a different level of field that they're playing against. So I like that. From Austin, Texas, Team Shambles would go to the MPO field and welcome Connor O'Reilly.
Oh,
my buddy.
Nice.
Going for Connor.
That is a great pick for sure. And we've seen Connor a number of times on coverage.
And I don't want to point it out, but I know that somebody might point this out. But I have made 3 picks and none of them have been Canadian yet.
Well, we do. You know what? There are a lot of great players here, Canadians and Americans and even Czechs. And, they all have a chance to win. So
Connor was on my list, and now I got to make an adjustment here.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I like to hear.
Solid steel.
All right, Daryl. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stick with your MPO picks for your next pick, or?
You know what? I am. I've got 2. I'm going to even it up. I'm going to go 2 FPO, 2 MPO. This person it went down a point, but that's okay because it's still 1,017 rated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This person has been playing again since 2020. So one of those COVID golfers, not too long, but played 20 events this year.
Oh,
Been playing well. This person has been picked a lot by our community on our Chain Out Podcast pick site. We're going to welcome from Simpsonville, South Carolina, Ryan Mon.
okay.
I like it.
Great
I
pick.
got to say, he wasn't on my radar until I seen a lot of people picking him in the Chain Out Podcast picks. Did some research, a little bit of research on him.
And said, that's your guy.
And I said, that's my guy.
All right.
Still
Okay. Well, you've got 4 of your picks. You got 2 FPOs,
Yes.
2 MPOs. It's back to me. I've got 2 FPOs. I've got 1 MPO. I am going to go to MPO and kind of keep filling it out there. And I'm going to take a player again. Sometimes my research is great. Sometimes it's a little early and things change. But at the time, this player was 1019 rated. They've won events on the Pro Tour. I think they had a really good win over in Europe this year. And from Zleby, if I'm saying that correct.
We assume not.
All right. Czech Republic, 1019 rated. Jakub Semerad joining Team J-POW.
It's good. Pick.
Love that pick. Love
Yeah.
that pick.
Solid pick.
And that's going to put it back to team. Wait, let's just make sure we got to say it as many times as we can. I think that's what Sean's intention is. Team Galen Sucks is back up and
absolutely
with a couple picks here.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You're currently sitting at 2 FPO, 1 MPO.
I'm gonna finish off my FPO picks.
Oh,
and
I like it.
Going again, of course.
A guest on the show.
A guest on the show, yes. A very important consideration.
For sure.
Team Galen Sucks / guest on the show.
100%, yes. This player has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins out of 14 events so far this year.
Okay.
She's got another 3 second place finishes and another 2 third place finishes. But you might know her as the winner of the Tournament Capital Open.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Gotta go, Jess Goulet.
Yes.
That's a good pick.
She is killing it this year.
Yeah.
And absolutely need to have her on the team.
Well, that's a great way to fill out your FPO picks. And yeah, we chatted her. She was just going out to Victoria, I believe it was, to visit her family and said, maybe I can play a tournament along the way.
Yeah.
So she finds an A tier in Kamloops and then wins the A tier. It says, that's not good enough. I've got a Western Canadian A tier this year. I need more.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes back east, wins the Eastern Canadian Amateur Nationals and gets that. So she's got 2 A tiers under her belt, 1 West, 1 East. Why not a Canadian Nationals? Good pick, Sean.
Really got to round it out.
Yeah.
So I need
and you get another pick.
Let's go MPO.
Got it now.
Obviously.
You got your MPO field. Yeah.
Let's see here.
See, this is making me think that Sean didn't write a list out like we do.
Oh, I have a list.
And he's
picked it for
checking
you.
it twice.
Yeah.
He's gotta find
I-
out.
Ums and
I
ahs.
am actually sticking with my list.
Okay.
And this may surprise you. This next person was a guest on the Miss Mando
Oh,
podcast.
really?
Yes. It's a
Really?
shocking change of events here.
Was Galen on that episode though?
He probably was, and so it wasn't a very good episode. However, this player is very good. He what's the hell is it? He took down the Christie Lake Spring Fling, which is a super fun 27-hole tournament.
Yes.
A multi-round 27 holes. It's so good. Very long. Got lots of podiums this year.
Yeah.
Going with my boy Cam Zanini.
And
Yes.
we had him on the podcast when he was 999 rated and finally got that big push to make it back to 1,000.
He did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, it's such a good guy too. That was early on when we were doing our interviews, and he was that was as we started to kind of get to know players across Canada, and it was so nice to get to know Cam. So we always keep an eye on him, and he's definitely got a chance just like anyone else in that one.
100%.
Absolutely.
So coming back to me, I have one FPO pick left and one MPO pick left.
Yes.
And I think we're going to close out my FPOs as well. And I had two players here that I've got pretty much neck and neck. One of them, a guest on the show.
Yeah.
One of them, I just met tonight.
Right.
And one thing I realized when you meet people in person as opposed to on a podcast,
Mhm.
like meeting you, Sean, you're 6'4", you're a tall person. This person here is a tall drink of water as well, towering above my 6-foot frame.
Yeah.
You might have seen this person featured in the Newcastle playthrough. A great FPO player, 908 rated out of Toronto, Ontario, Alexandra Paletto.
She is so good.
Yeah.
Former Division One volleyball player in the States.
It makes sense.
Former Team Canada beach volleyball Olympic player.
Wow.
She's tall and strong, and she can throw it far.
If anything we know about Gannon Burr, he's tall and he can throw it far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great
that's a fantastic pick.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to get you to Team Shambles, and you're going to close out your picks on this time.
And I'm 2 and 2 at the moment, 2 MPO, 2 FPO. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to pick an FPO player. I'm going to
Okay.
pull my FPO card.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for you,
I don't.
but I think you probably might be already on the same wavelength, so go right ahead.
Yeah. So this person has played 14 events. 12 of them is FPO and 2 MPOs.
Oh,
Yeah. Person has been playing since 2017. So not your COVID golfer. This player has been playing since before it was popular.
right. Before the
Has
boost.
up 6 points in their ratings to 918.
Mm.
Yeah.
Taking down 4 events this year, perhaps.
Well, maybe. Yeah. Let me just do the quick math. Yes. Has been taking down 4 events.
Could be anyone.
This person has been on the podcast. Not only have they been on the podcast, Jeremy, they've been on the podcast while they were in Australia. As
Yes.
part of the Whiff Diff Team Canada. Team Shambles would like to welcome on the FPO division, Karen Martel.
Yes, and it's always good to make a note, and Karen would like it if we did this, from Victoriaville, Quebec.
Yes.
And no matter what anybody says,
The home
it's the home place of the poutine.
Yeah.
So that was who I had in mind as well, because Karen and Alex were right neck and neck with my 2 picks there. So great pick there to
Mhm.
finish out your FPOs, Daryl.
There you go.
And how are you going to finish out your MPOs?
Yeah. This is this one is going to take some thinking.
Well, we kind of earlier today we went to the Plinko hole at Newcastle, and it's amazing that not only is there that monster Plinko board there, but they also have the Price is Right music playing
Yeah.
On a motion activated
That is awesome.
trigger.
as you walk
Yeah.
by. And then we also got thrown for a loop when we went to the hole that has the circle wicker sticks there, and we heard a noise and we're going, what's going on? They got a motion sensor there that you're like walking through a warp portal or something like that.
Yep.
So I think what we need as you're thinking there is a
I got it.
Jeopardy.
A Jeopardy.
Yes.
Yes. Don't do that. We'll get strike.
Okay.
Okay. What we're going to do. Team Shambles is a person of habit. They picked this person for the last 2 events. So we may as well pick him for the third event as he comes up to Canada because he is from Eugene, Oregon. He's gone up 3 points to 983. Has been also playing since 2017, but played 19 events and plays a lot on the Pro Tour. And you know I value that Pro Tour experience.
You do.
Team Shambles would like to welcome from the MPO division, Shade Harrison. Come on, Shade. You've done it. You're going to give me some points 3 weeks in a row. 3
That's
events
right.
in a row. There you go. That rounds out my teams.
Yeah, it's nice. You have a solid person on there, an anchor on your team that's going to hold that team together.
Your kind of theme is you like the power couples.
Yes, I do.
Sophie and Thomas, you could kind of look at them as like the Team Canada power couple.
Yeah.
My team isn't my team unless I have Shade on my card, my team. So
there's all sorts of little tips and tricks that you like to do. Yeah, we whether it's that or whether we like to have the sibling power couple when we take like Marty and Sandy Hendel on the same team. Exactly. Those types of things. There's always links that we like to do. Okay, well, it comes back to me for my last MPO pick, and I have a player here that I think Sean's going to be able to tell me a little bit more about because I know I'm picking a great player. I've done the research in that, but I think you might have some flavor text for me with it.
Probably.
But I've got this 992 player from Fonthill, Ontario, Andrew Leyland. I see him always on the leaderboards. I see him in the top 10s. I see him climbing leaderboards, and I think, why not? Why not win nationals, Andrew?
Yeah.
Do it on Team J-Pow if you're gonna.
I've seen his name a lot recently, and there's a lot of good things being said about him, so that was a good pick. Won't hear me say that very often, but that was a good pick, Team J-Pow.
Took down Bronte and the Beast last year. That is a grueling event at Bronte course here in Ontario where they only play the longest and hardest layout.
Okay.
It is tough. And he took it down last year. That was a big win. He's had a number of podiums this year, second at the Guelph Royale. That is a big tournament. I think it's a great pick. Wasn't who I was going with for my final pick and to close us all out.
Yeah.
My final pick, he's won 10 tournaments so far this year.
Wow.
He's got another 2 or 3 second places, few extra podiums to round it out. Second highest rated player in the division.
Ooh.
In the tournament this year. I'm going Austin Bates out of Brighton, Michigan.
Good pick. Yeah.
Yep, I think so.
Well, as we said at the top there, a lot of these U.S. players who are coming up, they're looking for those USWGGC spots. They're looking for those throw pink spots. And they're coming up with a hard desire to win. So they're not coming up to Canada just to try a tournament. They're coming up here to win. So that's a good pick for sure.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, and that kind of caps off our picks. And one of the things we like to do is quickly do a recap, and we've got it in front of us. So we're just reading off our list here once Daryl gets to it.
Yeah, let's go for the recap. So we should be able to see our team. So as normally we go with the first person who makes a pick, you start off. So that was Team Galen Sucks. So why don't you give us a rundown of your team?
So I went with Rebecca Dawn, Jaden Rye, Colleen McInnes, Jessica Goulet, Cam Zanini, and rounding it out, Austin Bates.
I do see a problem. So are you foreshadowing for us here? Because when you started out those picks, you said, I'm picking people who have been on the Missed Mando podcast. Is there somebody maybe in the works there?
Only Austin Bates hasn't been on the show. So
stay tuned. I guess you got to get him on.
We're going to have him on. Yeah.
Well, those are great picks. That looks like a great team you've put together there. Team J-Pow picks second and started out super, super strong with Team Canada, essentially. The last year's nationals champions, Sophia Donica and Thomas Gilbert, followed it up with another strong Canadian in Miss Frisbee, Chantal Badinsky, went out to the Czech Republic, did some shopping across the seas, and brought back Jakub Semerad. And then after that, came back to Canada, Alexandra Paletto and Andrew Leyland. And couldn't be happier with my team. I think I see another fan vote coming my way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Alex Paletto, the pride of the East End Putting League.
Ooh, as well. Another accolade.
Yeah. Well, Team Shambles kind of went off script a little bit for the Canadian Nationals. Started off picking Paige Pierce from the US.
Who is a past Canadian champion.
Yes.
There you go.
Solid pick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Followed it up with Taylor Chosek, Connor O'Reilly, Ryan Mon, the lone Canadian. So hanging all my hopes on Karen Martell. And then it wouldn't be Team Shambles if I didn't have Shade Harrison in there somewhere.
That's right. Well, that's looking like pretty good. What do you think, Sean?
I'm feeling really comfortable with my team. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to hear because every team guest always says that. And if we look at the points, then it's not really worked out that well for a team guest at the moment.
Well, it could be a change. But the one thing that's really nice is with this field as big as it is and as deep as it is, all three of those teams are awesome and could stand alone. You can mix and match among them. And it's like sometimes we look at like, oh, that team's a little bit stronger than the other ones. But each of those teams has a really good chance of pulling the points in this week.
But you also got to look at the courses they're playing.
See, this is where you might have an advantage on these picks.
We got MPO playing Haute Goat, which is a 9,000 plus course, 9,000 plus foot course from the Golds.
Wow.
They're playing Cedar Creek, which I think is high 8,000, low 9,000 foot course from the Golds.
Right.
And then they got Project 15, Technical Woods, ankle breaking rocks everywhere.
Right.
Can't do run ups, so you need power.
Right.
From a standstill. So,
okay.
Excellent. And then the FPO, they're knocking out Cedar Creek and they're going to Newcastle. Shorter course, very technical woods.
We know
a little bit of poke and hope, a little bit of huck and pray, and but it's going to favor precision.
Right.
So, yeah, I like my team a lot.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Well, this is just
confidence is always a good thing to have on this podcast.
Well, and we appreciate you, Sean, for joining us because we're going to be seeing you all weekend. You're going to be taking care of all the volunteers and doing a lot of other things on the Miss Mando side. As a group, our whole Canadian media team, if you want to call it that, is going to do our best to put as much content out as we can this weekend for everybody to enjoy. And it's just going to be a great weekend.
Love it. Love Nationals Week. Very excited to be part of it. Absolutely. Very excited to have the two of you here. Really glad that Chain Out is here, having this amazing setup that we do not have on Miss Mando. You got so much gear that I don't even know what it is. It's fantastic.
So do you and Sean, do you and Robbie and Galen not live that close together? Like, is there not a chance that you would be working towards a studio, or is it that you don't really want to be a part of them anyway?
Just don't want to be that close to each other.
No, Galen sucks. So, it's way too much work. We live, Toronto is an hour away from Toronto, so they are far enough away.
Far enough.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, well, I think that wraps this episode up.
Yeah, there was something I had in my mind to say, and I can't remember what I was going to say.
I think
something about Sean and thanking you for your efforts of doing the volunteering and coordinating all the volunteers. So we appreciate that.
Yep.
We appreciate having all of Miss Mando because we don't really count Galen, right? No,
we don't,
because Galen sucks. So we've had them on the podcast.
Galen, I'll show you love. I'm okay with you, buddy.
we tolerate Galen.
There you go. All right, perfect. Well, we're happy to be here in Nationals. We couldn't be more excited. We're going to get out and play the final course tomorrow. Then the tournament starts, and then hopefully our ratings go up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But until then, thanks, Sean, for being on the podcast. We appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure being here.
Thanks. And we will see you on the Chain Out podcast live from our regularly scheduled basement studio. And we'll have it coordinated for you. We'll be recapping this event, and we'll let you know how you did.
I'm excited to find out.
Thanks, everyone.